You're listening to The Marketing Reality, real-life marketing insight with Australian business owners. Proudly brought to you by Holly Martin of Just Holly.
Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly Martin of Just Holly, strategies for you to take control of your marketing. Look, marketing can be a pretty intricate subject matter, which is why I created The Marketing Reality. These are interviews which aim to showcase what business owners across Australia are actually doing. Today, I'm pleased to interview James Millard, who is one of the co-founders of award-winning financial planning and mortgage broking firm, YOLO. Welcome, James. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me.
Hi, Holly. Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Let's jump straight in with what is the solution that you provide for your clients?
Okay, so as you rightfully explained it, we're a financial planning and mortgage broking business, but we believe in a lot more than that. It's really about challenging you to live the life you desire. So we see time and time again so many people just following society's norms, living the traditional beliefs, the beliefs that their parents showed them, and really forgetting about their own financial goals and their own real true hopes and dreams. And so I guess...
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so look, we take a different approach to the money topic. Money causes stress. And so that, we really, I guess, as a business, try and remove the limitations, the concerns and the stress that money brings and really help people set a plan and help them stay on track so they can go and live their life really with renewed confidence and motivation.
Do you know what I like about this answer is that it really is a solution-based answer. It's not a service delivery-based answer.
We set out with a real specific target around that, Holly, because I know it needed to be a proper fee-for-service solution, and that's exactly right. Remove the need for talking about products and really focus on what people need at the end of the day.
Oh, good. Now, you established at the start of 2015, and so you've actually seen quite incredible success, and I'm just going to say it's all because of marketing. So what's the number one most successful marketing activity you've undertaken?
So, look, I think for our branding really was it. Our branding, and that really comes in two forms. One was the name itself, and two...
Yep.
was our real target about being ourselves and being authentic. So, I mean, you only live once I guess it was a message for us more than anything, as much as it is for our clients, in that, we leapt from the shackles of corporate life and I guess jumped into just trying to build something that really meant something to us as well as created value for the people that we're working with. And so our, I guess that's a message for anyone listening is really don't be afraid to be a bit different. Don't be afraid to, follow your heart and really, I guess, get in touch with what you believe in. The financial services industry it is full of, and nothing against it. It's just how it's developed. It's full of an old school way of thinking. And so we, I guess, believe we're bringing a bit of a fresh approach in that sense. And that's really helped from a marketing perspective.
Yeah, being memorable is nothing to sneeze at, but I think it also takes guts to be memorable because you do have to push the boundaries in order to do that. Yeah,
look, we've had plenty of people laugh at us and tell us it's corny, but for the most part, people really get it and really
if they remember you,
connect. Exactly right. Exactly right. Any press is good, right?
Yeah. And so in terms of your naming strategy, did you have brainstorming sessions between the founders or did you ask for advice? How did you actually decide on YOLO?
It was like, look, I won't bore you with the whole story, but it was a bit of a brainstorming session and one of our founders, Andrew, he's in his mid-50s and he'd had a text from his daughter with LOL and we were laughing. He thought that was lots of love. And,
yep, showing his age.
And so having a good laugh about that, and YOLO popped out, and we sort of checked each other, and we were like, we sure we want to do this, but we thought, you know what, let's run with it.
Oh, I love it. All right, let's jump into what's the second most successful marketing activity you've undertaken.
So, look, quite a broad topic again is really social media, and really having a really solid presence on social media, I think's helped us in the sense that we're trying to connect with people on a personal level, and so not just having a Facebook page and a LinkedIn page, but having them all and making them work. So we targeted Facebook as our main platform. But we also use LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and we're playing with Snapchat now.
I think it's smart, though, to have singled out Facebook because in terms of the stats, it's the dominant leader.
Yeah, I think so, and you can see that the way they're adapting and bringing in video as well. And I think anything that works on Facebook will work anywhere. And look, it allows us to have a bit of fun with it as well. I think with our name, we can, we've got to be careful not to go to the default financial advisor marketing program of we know about insurance, we know about super. That's what everyone wants to hear about. You've got to be careful to really get the message right there.
Yeah, definitely. And so when you were deciding on what social media outlets, I talked about Facebook being the dominant one, but you also have to be where your potential clients are and your current clients. So is that where they are?
Oh, 100%. And look, that's the other reason we've spread out across a number of platforms. But you're right. If you're not where the eyeballs are, no one will find you. And that used to be radio, it used to be TV, and I'm sure you're not working with too many radio campaigns at the moment with any clients, and probably for good reason. I mean, it has its target and it has its market, but we live our lives on our phones these days, and that I guess says a lot for where people are. And if you're not on those platforms, I dare say you won't be around in 5 years' time.
Yeah, definitely. And I like that you said, you've started playing around with Snapchat. I think that's actually the position of a lot of business, like it's me, the position of a lot of businesses now is really feeling it out. And so you do have to be open to the newcomers and seeing how they can work for your business. And if you can get there first, there's a definite advantage to that as well.
I agree. And look, you can't be too romantic about any of them. If the platform dies, don't hold on to it as if it's the one key that you've just got to adapt. And I guess that's one view we've taken all along, starting from scratch with no clients, was really about we need to adapt, we need to innovate, and we always need to be ahead of the game with that sort of thing. And so if Facebook does slow down, it won't be about holding on because it's worked in the past. We're just going to have to drop it and move on.
Yeah, definitely that idea of being adaptable. But I think it also highlights the fact that you have to be really careful that while you're cultivating these communities in the social media space, that you're also working really hard to translate that community into details that you have and that you own as such, so that if they do fall off the face of the earth, the social media platforms, that is, not the people, you do still have a way to have them as part of your community.
Exactly right. So yeah, I mean, we build an email list behind the scenes, and we certainly try and promote people to go and check out the website and get involved there as well. But we do find we've got a lot of people on that Facebook platform where if it was to start to move on, we'd need to act pretty quickly and spread it around a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so to finish up today, what marketing activity have you undertaken that has been less than successful?
Good question. Look, this is a tough one, but I really think our website, our first website, not the one now, and you're not going to find the first one.
I'm glad you said that. Because I was thinking, I can't believe you're saying website. I really like yours. Okay, so the first one.
So you will absolutely not find our first website. We've hidden it from everyone, but that was.
Is that a challenge?
I've heard there is a way to dig it out. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, there is.
We'll bring it out in the archives one day. But look, we started the business, as you said, in January 2015. We built the website about 3 months before that, and I guess we built it before we'd seen any clients. And whilst we'd spent 10 years working with clients, or many years for some of us before that, it was about how does that client experience look under YOLO and under the new way of operating for us? Because we've made some massive changes in how we deal with clients as a professional over the last 2 years, especially moving on from a far more corporate structure. And so we built a website. And I guess the key to it was the messaging was all over the place. And so the one lesson I think we learned, and for anyone else out there, is that don't try too hard to articulate a message before you've actually given the business a chance to grow. And start to, we learnt so much in that first 6 months, and the website, when we did look back on it 6 to 12 months later, we scrapped it very quickly because none of it really made a lot of sense. It wasn't really speaking to anyone, and over time you get to articulate that message and you start to really resonate with the people who you want to resonate with. But that certainly wasn't happening initially, and it took time for us to kind of learn that.
Yeah, I think that's really insightful too, to be looking at what your messaging is, because that can often be the overlooked thing. And I talk about it all the time, which is the journey that people are taking on your website, because they can, they click around and go to different places that you could never have envisaged them going. So you've really got to make sure that no matter which direction they're flowing in and out and through your website, that it's really cohesive in that message.
Definitely. And looking back on it, I think what we should have probably done is just have a landing page with a bit of a background, and just not go too hard on all the messaging and the about us and the branding side of it until we really got it.
Lesson learnt.
Keep it simple, and probably avoid the black background with fluoro green writing. That would have helped too.
Oh, I can't wait to go find your old website. All right, thanks so much for your time today, James. Where can people find you?
So the website's yolofs.com.au, and Facebook. Jump on there and follow along. It's YOLO Financial Services. You can search it on Facebook.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Holly. Pleasure.
With thanks to Paymo. Paymo is a modern project management app for small and medium businesses. Just click the link provided to learn more.
You've been listening to The Marketing Reality, proudly brought to you by Just Holly.